Hi YouTube, it's Pen Paper 19. Welcome to day 3 of the Colorvent calendar. Just a quick note about Edge of Night, which was day 2's color. I used it yesterday and I really did want to reiterate something that I noticed as I was just using it in a pen. It really does go down with a bit of like a navy blue teal tone. If you paint, it goes down like a Prussian blue, if you're familiar with Prussian blue, but then it dries a blue-gray. So it is really interesting, and I really do like it. So moving on to day 3, we have Moonlight Veil, an actual gray it looks like. So it says, Moonlight Veil is a color inspired by the moment when the moonlight softly illuminates a dark night. Beautiful. So there she is. Okay. Here's the swatch card. Looks like a pretty cool gray, actually. There are a couple grays I have in my current stash that looks pretty similar too, so I'll have to see what that looks like later on. Okay. Let's do this little writing sample. Ooh, I'd be interested to see what this looks like in a really fine pen, because this looks pretty light, and this glass pen dumps more ink than I typically do. So Moonlit Veil. Okay. So there she is. Actually, it's super light. See what color is closest to Moonlit Veil. Okay. I have a number of grays that I think I'm just going to go ahead and compare with. I would not have said that this Moonlit Veil has a touch of green, but looking at some of my other grays, I am going to make the controversial statement that it does. I will use Moonlit Veil throughout the day today and report back tomorrow, but it is definitely a light color. It's a light gray, has a pretty flat wash, but I want to say that there's just a hint of green. So here are a few grays that I thought could be easily compared. The Pilot Hiroshizuku Fuyu Shogun. The best, I think, when you look at this lighter swatch and the writing, the Fuyu Shogun has definitely a bluer hint than the Colorverse, which is more, I would say, a standard gray. It's definitely cool, though. I'd say it's definitely cool toned. Don't know if I said that already. For this is just, let's see, this one's here, so let's just look at it. Alchemy Inks Wizard's Pencil is definitely greener. Definitely greener. So this is more classic gray. Diamine Ash from Inkfent 2021. I think the Moonlit Veil is cooler and lighter. The Ash appears to have some brown in it or something. I'm not quite sure. Here's another Colorverse ink, Under the Shade. But Under the Shade, actually, if you look at this wash here, it's actually pretty similar. But if you look here at the writing, I think the Moonlit Veil seems a little, seems a little cooler than Under the Shade. Oh, Diamond All Gray is definitely darker. Yeah, it's definitely darker. And then maybe just, here's, since this is another Colorverse ink, this is one small step. And one small step definitely has a browner, darker tinge. It's definitely a darker gray. So this is a very light gray. I feel like it has just a hint of like a green or a purple. I think I will make a final judgment after I've used it today. So let's swatch in the old and new cousins. Okay, with the 2024 cousin. That's that wash. And then here's the new cousin. Okay. And then let's go ahead and write in these cousins. That's the new one, and this is in the old one. Oh, I think I need a little bit more ink. Oh, it's fine. Even before it's dry, the old cousin paper definitely pools more. So like this pooling here. And that's going to shade, of course. Just really. And here is the new one. Boy, 3 days worth of swatches, and I'm pretty sure nothing bleeding through, so that's really good. I'm sure this will simply be confirmed throughout the month, but the new Tomorrow River paper does not bring out the ink qualities nearly as well as this old Tomorrow River paper. These swatches, these 3 swatches have really some great depths and character. Now, these Colorverse inks are not super shading or anything like that. They're pretty flat to begin with, but still this paper brings out some really beautiful character in the ink that just doesn't exist in this version of the paper, at least for me. I feel like people have gotten different, the quality has really varied for folks. But for me, I guess that does make me sad that the new paper just doesn't bring out the beautiful qualities of the inks that I like in this old paper, but at least it does not do weird feathering and I guess bleed through. Let me go ahead and do the sentence swatch in the old Tomorrow River paper notebook. Here we go. Definitely a light, cool gray. Actually, I don't know, it doesn't look like there's any green or purple in this, so I don't know what I was saying. We'll see. This one is a little light, but it's actually really readable, so I can definitely see myself using it, but it is a lighter gray than I would normally use. So I'll try using it throughout the day and then report back, but that is day 3, Moonlit Veil. See you tomorrow. Bye.